Halloween is in grave danger, and if we want to protect it, we need to get a few things straight right away. Now, I'm not saying Halloween as a holiday will come to an end. After all, it happens at the same time every year, whether we like it to or not. My fear, though, is that we're at risk of losing the soul of Halloween and what it represents to the countless people who celebrate the holiday. See, there is a battle raging all across America. A battle between spooky and scary. Spooky is what makes Halloween feel like Halloween. It is the dark colors of autumn, the ominous depths of a forest, or a black cat in the distance. It's that excitement you felt putting on a costume to go trick-or-treating. Scary, however, is much more sinister in nature. It's designed to frighten and elicit a palpable negative response. It's something enjoyed by one person at the expense of another. It's the jump scare that may or may not happen at some point throughout this video. Scary is something that is sensational and fleeting. It's often a hollow, momentary experience. Spooky, however, is all about substance. There's a creativity and style to spooky costumes, art, and decor. It represents the joy that comes along with fall's best holiday. But why then do so many individuals, films, and corporations emphasize the scary side of Halloween above all else? Scary movies are one of the most profitable genres out there, so we see them being released almost constantly. Why then must they also encroach on Halloween, the one time of year where spooky should be king? I'm not saying we should do away with scary movies or the concept of frightening other people altogether, but culturally speaking, we've lost sight of the fact that spooky vibes are what makes Halloween unique. Halloween should first and foremost be fun. Embracing the conventions of the season is paramount to the success of the holiday. And while scares and frights are indeed part of Halloween's identity, we should make sure that they're still playful in nature. I think a movie like Hocus Pocus proves how best to balance spooky and scary simultaneously. Maybe I was just a huge scaredy cat as a kid, but for years I couldn't bring myself to watch that film. But now it's one of my absolute favorite Halloween movies. The three main witches are legitimately intimidating and pose a real threat to our main protagonists. At the same time, there's a level of playfulness that seeps into every aspect of their performance. What's also important is how the power dynamics shift throughout the film. The movie starts out with the Sanderson sisters consuming the soul of a child, cursing her brother to live forever as a cat, then being hanged only to come back to life hundreds of years later. Throughout the first act, the sisters are seemingly an unstoppable force, which causes this section to lean considerably in the direction of scary. However, as our trio of protagonists form up and create a plan to stop them, suddenly there's hope. This allows the film to swing back towards that whimsical spookiness that defines the holiday. By interweaving both of these elements throughout the film remains accessible to a wide audience while encapsulating what makes the holiday so great. The characters are able to overcome the things that frighten them and reignite their love for the festivities of the season. That is what we should emphasize when talking about Halloween. Sure, there is inherently a fear factor involved, but that fear is something to conquer, and a spooky Halloween is the prize. Or maybe I'm just a big baby who isn't brave enough for Halloween. If that's the case, don't tell me. I'm very sensitive. I'm Dylan, and this has been The Writer's Block.